Anya here, and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks Crochet. And this time we are making a draining aid. Now you might think, what on earth is that? Well, in fact, when you're boiling something and you need to drain it like pasta or potatoes, you're going to have to do that in a certain way. Now you can do it different ways, but obviously without any help from anything, it's going to be too hot. So generally one uses a tea towel to hold on the lid onto the pot, and then you lift it and you try to drain the water. Now, as you can see, I have great problems here putting the tea towel on. Now I know you can get other aids like a colander, but that means more washing up, clearly, you know, and that's not what we're all about. So we want to be able to do this in an efficient way. So let's try with the tea towel, and there we go. So I am trying to keep the lid open. It keeps on closing up for me, so I am going to try and put it back and then open it again. And yeah, the inevitable happened, of course. I ended up with all the pasta in my sink. Now, yeah, I mean, you know, that's not what you want to happen, of course, because obviously we want to be able to eat the pasta. So I've come up with a better idea, a solution for you. Now, this is available to buy. I have seen them, but you don't see many of these. And I thought if we crocheted one, then at least we have one that we have made for our own use. So let's make our own draining aid. So for this project you're going to need 100% cotton yarn, and I'm using King Cole Cotton Soft. It's a DK yarn, it's 100% cotton, and it is prescribed for a 4mm crochet hook, but I use, as usual, for my tension, I use a 3.5. So I have the colours Iris, Midnight Sky and Purple Iris, and I am going to make my actual draining aid in Iris and then have these two as my accent colours. Of course, you will also need your scissors and a darning needle. So using the Iris, we are going to make a slip knot. So make your slip knot whichever way you usually make it. Insert your hook. We are going to tighten the loop, and then we are going to chain 86 chains. So we're going to yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will see you when you have 86 chains. 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. So here I have my 86 chains. So my chain is just about 48 centimeters or just under 19 inches long. And of course it will become a little bit longer because we're going to be putting stitches onto it. So now we are going to go and place 1 double crochet in the 6th stitch from the hook. So we're going to have a count. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in this chain here we're going to place 1 double crochet, and I use American terminology, so 1 double crochet is yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that is our first little box made. And now we're going to continue by doing chain 1, skip 1, so this one here, and then in the next stitch we're going to place a double crochet. So we're going to be making boxes, and we're going to repeat all along our chain, and we'll be making 41 boxes. So I will see you at the end of the row and you should have 41 boxes. There we go. So I have now finished making my 41 boxes, and that is the end of row 1. Now for row 2, we're going to get started with a chain 3, 1, 2. This represents the double crochet. Then the third chain represents the chain 1 for the box. Now we're going to turn and we're going to skip this stitch here, and from the next stitch we're going to place 7 double crochets in a row. So 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 7. Then we chain 1 and we skip 1. And this here, this repeat of 7 double crochets in a row, chain 1, skip 1, we are going to repeat this 10 times all along our work here. So let's get started. I have here done my 10 groups of 7 double crochets, chain 1 and skip 1. I have already chained 1 and skipped 1 at the end of the last one here. So now I need to finish my row. So I'm going to do a double crochet. We've skipped this one here. So here there is a chain. I'm going to go into that second chain. I'm going to try and pick up 2 strands so it doesn't expand all that much. And I do my double crochet. There we go. So this is the end of row 2. We have 10 groups of 7 double crochets in there. So now for row 3, we're going to chain 3. There we go. We turn. We're going to skip this stitch here, and from the next stitch we're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. There we go. 1, 2 and 3, and we're going to chain 1 and skip 1. So this time our repeat is 1 double crochet in the first 3 stitches, chain 1, skip 1, and you're going to repeat this 20 times in total. So I now have 20 groups of 3 double crochets. I'm at the end of my row. I have done my little chain 1, skip this chain here into the second chain, for a double crochet to end the row. There we go. So now for row 4 we're going to repeat row 2, and that means we're doing those groups of 7 double crochets. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3 chains, we turn, we're going to skip this chain here, and from the next stitch we're going to make 7 double crochets in a row. And now we're going to chain 1 and skip 1. So this is what we are going to repeat 10 times. Now I have done my chain 1 and I am skipping 1 here and doing 1 double crochet to end the row into that second chain. So now to finish our design we are going to do a row of boxes. So we're going to start with chain 3, turn, skip 1, and then here a double crochet in the next stitch, and then our repeat is going to be chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. I will see you at the end of the row when you have done 41 boxes. I'm at the end of my row and I am going to do my last double crochet in that second chain. There we go. So now we have finished a whole row of the designs. Now we are going to split up this row. So we are doing 3 rows of the design. In the middle we're doing something slightly different to create an opening so we can have the handle of the lid coming through there. So let's get started on doing the design again for 4 repeats. Then we do something else and then we do another 4 repeats of the design. So chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, we turn, skip 1 stitch, and we're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches, chain 1, skip 1, and we do that 4 times. I have now repeated this repeat of 7 double crochets in a row, chain 1, skip 1, 4 times. Now from the next stitch I'm going to place 1 double crochet in the next 15 locations. 14 and 15. So I now have 15 double crochets in a row. Now we're doing chain 1, skip 1, and now we are going to start our little repeat again of doing 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches, chain 1, skip 1, and we do that 4 times. I'm just finishing my row, skip 1 there and a double crochet in that second chain. Voila. So now I have a row where I have done 4 lots of 7 double crochets, then 15 double crochets, and then another 4 lots of 7 double crochets. So now we're going to make the second row of our design, and of course that is the one where we do those 3 double crochets. So on top of the 4 designs here and on top of these 4 here, I can't see where they start, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to do those 3 double crochets. So let's get on with showing you that. So chain 3, turn, skip 1 stitch, and then we're doing 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then chain 1, skip 1, and we're going to repeat that 8 times. So now that I have done that 8 times, we are looking at those 15 double crochets that we've got here. So after, of course, chaining 1 and skipping 1 here, we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. There we go. Now we're going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we're going to skip 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And from the next stitch you're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So this is what it looks like for now. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and here we're going to do those 3 double crochets again. So 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, chain 1, skip 1, and we're going to repeat that 8 times, and I will see you at the end of the row. So I have made it to the end of my row here and just finishing with a double crochet in that second chain. There we go. So we now have something that looks like this. And now for row 8. 1, 2, 3 chains, we turn, skip 1 stitch, 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches, chain 1, skip 1, and we're going to do that 4 times. So I have done my 4 repeats of 7 double crochets. Now we have to deal with what we've got in the middle here. So I have already, of course, done my chain 1. We're skipping this one here. We're placing 1 double crochet on top of those 2 double crochets that are already there. So let's do that. And And now of course we need to place double crochets onto the chain, and normally we would just go around the chain, but because I am worried that they might just scoot about, I am going to spend the time and go into the chain. So I'm going to be picking up the actual strands. This will ensure that my stitches are nicely spaced out. It will take just a little bit longer to do this, but at least I know that they're going to stay in place, you know, while I'm using my draining aid here. So yeah, you'll have to do 11 double crochets onto the chain, picking up the actual V's. And look at that, I'm nearly there. Here I'm doing my last stitch, just trying to get into it, whichever way is easiest. There we go. So now of course we're going to finish with 1 double crochet on top of each of those 2 double crochets that we've got there. And now we are going to chain 1, skip 1, and now of course we're going to get started again by doing 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches, chain 1, skip 1, and repeating that 4 times. I have made it to the end of the row and I'm just doing my last double crochet in that second chain there. So now for row 9 you're going to do a row 5, which is a row of boxes. Then for row 10 you'll be doing the row 2 repeat, where you do the 7 double crochets. Row 11 you're doing the row 3 repeat. Row 12 you're doing the row 2 repeat, and then we do another row 5, which is a row of boxes. So now that our panel is finished, we're going to cut off the yarn, pull through the loop, and of course you're going to have to make a second panel to make sure that our draining aid is thick enough. We are now going to join these 2 panels together, so lay them on top of each other, and using a contrasting yarn, make your slip knot, insert your hook, and we're going to find the corner box on both panels. There we go. Put them on top of each other, and then we go into both boxes and we are going to create a standing single crochet. And make sure you keep it sort of on that side of the box there. Then you add another single crochet in there. Then you do a chain for the corner, so to speak, and then we add 2 more single crochets on the other side of the box. This has now made our corner, and now we're going to continue all along the side of our panels, placing 2 single crochets in each box. Make sure that when you go into the box, you go into both the panels. So make sure the boxes from both the panels tally up, and make sure you go through both the boxes, of course. Now this is how you're going to continue. Corners are made up of 2 single crochets, 1 chain and 2 single crochets, and I will meet you when you have made it all the way around your draining aid. I have made it all the way around. I am now going to close my round with a slip stitch. I'm going to skip that very first standing single crochet that we did as it closed up for me, but there is a V behind it, so I'm going to use that one there. And I do my slip stitch and cutting off the yarn, and we'll have to sew in the ends in a moment. Now we need to close up the opening for the handle, because we don't want it to be open, because this could stay behind the handle, things like that. So we want it nice and closed up. So we're going to do an edging of a single crochet all around this opening, and we are going to have to use single crochets together because we need to do sort of inside corners. So we're not making corners, but we're doing the inside of the corners. So you're going to have to take a good look at the edges of your work here and try and find the V's or the leftover chains of your chains that you have used. So here I can see some strands that I can use. So we're going to go into this one here, which is a V. There we go. And of course you take your 2 panels together all the time. So make sure you pick up 2 lots of stitches. Here we're going to do a single crochet together. So you go in and pull up a loop, and now you find the next stitch. Now whichever you can go through here, that's fine. This is an actual stitch, so I'm just going to go around the body of the actual 2 stitches next to each other here, pull up a loop, yarn over, and now finish those 2 together. So we have made like the opposite of a corner, we've made the inversion of a stitch. So we're going to do the same thing. So pull up a loop around the same stitch, and then here find the next stitches. And to be honest, I think these are already the leftover strands of those chains. So that's all we can pick up. So that's what we pick up, those strands, and then you pull up a loop, yarn over, and you pull through the 3 loops on your hook. So let me show you that again, because I think I went off camera. So you pick up 2 strands there and you do your stitches. So you do that together stitch 2 times, and then you work all the way along the opening of the handle. Here I am picking up just those 1 strands. And then here we are doing those stitches together again. So you pick up the leftover strands of that last stitch, and I'm just checking to see if this is the last stitch. So pull up a loop, and then there we've got that double crochet on the edge of our opening. We're going to go around the body of the double crochet on each panel, and then yarning over and pulling through the 3 loops on our hook. So we do that again. First of all, we go around the double crochet here, pulling up a loop, and then we find the next stitch. And of course here we are then back to using the V's, because those are the strands that we have available to us. We pull up a loop, and then we do a yarn over, and we finish the 2 stitches. And now here we work along the side, and of course here we have the 2 strands of the V, well, of 2 V's to pick up each time. And so we are going to continue doing our single crochets all along this side of the opening. When you've made it all the way around, you find a V that you can go under, because that starting single crochet always closes up for me, and you do a slip stitch. There we go. So once again, cut off the yarn, and we're going to have to sew in those ends. So with about 80 to 90 centimeters of my yarn onto my sharp needle here, I am going to get started with sewing on the flowers. So straight away I'm going to sew in my beginning end, and I'm going to put my needle in between the 2 panels and slightly wriggle up and down so that I catch some strands from both the panels, but you can't see it on the outside. This way I'll be able to hide my end and you won't see it. This is also the longer part in the flower, so it will be a good location to do that. So a longer way of hiding our end. So now I'm going to pull my needle through, and of course all the yarn as well, until the very end of my yarn, and this is where I'm going to keep it. And now I'm going to start making my flower. So I'm going to go back where I started from into that box there, and I'm going to come out the middle. So you don't go into the fabric this time, we just work around it, and we work from the side boxes each time back into the middle box. Now we're going to lay our yarn nicely over the fabric, so don't pull it, don't make the holes bigger because then you're going to distort your fabric. Just lay it nicely on top of the fabric. Now we're going to go into the next box and back into the middle box. There we go. And this is how you are going to work your way all the way around. And as you can see, it's the same on both sides. When you've made your way all the way around and you're back in the middle again, we're going to have to sew in the end. And we're going to do that in that same location we started. So once again, I'm going to go into that location there, trying to go in between the two panels, picking up strands from both the panels, and I'm going to pull my yarn through it. Now I'm going to pull my yarn just slightly. I'm going to cut off the yarn and it will disappear into that same location. So in that location there we have 4 strands, but you can't tell because they are hidden inside the fabric. And you repeat this process, of course, for as many flowers as you like. As you can see, I have done 3 on this side. I haven't done any on the other side just yet, so I'm going to be doing that right now. One panel of the draining aid weighs 36 grams. The finished item weighs 88 grams and it is 50 by 15 centimeters or 20 by 6 inches. As you can see, it works for a big pot, but it also works for a smaller pot. So you can still use this larger draining aid when you are draining a smaller pot. In this video we made a draining aid. I hope you like this project and I hope I have inspired you to make your own. They would make good Christmas gifts as well, just saying. Leave me a thumbs up if you liked this tutorial. Please comment down below to let me know whether you knew about this item, whether you've used one before, or whether you're planning on making them. I post videos every Wednesday and Friday, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!